What is the statute of limitation for personal injury in the New York? Have you ever wondered how long you have to file a personal injury claim in New York? The clock is ticking and missing the deadline could cost you your chance at justice. In today's video, we will break down everything you need to know about the statute of limitation for personal injury cases in New York. Stay tuned, this information could make or break your case. In this video, you will learn first is what the statute of limitation is and why it is so important for your case. And second is how long you have to file a personal injury claim in New York. And third is the exception and a special case where the statute of limitation might be extended. And fourth, how missing the deadline could affect your legal right and ability to recover damage. And fifth is what to do if you are getting close to the deadline. By the end of this video, you will be armed with the knowledge to protect your right and take action before it's too late. Let's start with the basic. What is the statute of limitation? Simply put, the situation of limitation is the time limit within which you must file a lawsuit after suffering harm due to an injury or negligence. If you miss this deadline, you may lose your right to pursue a claim. In personal injury case, this deadline can vary by a state and even the type of injury. In New York, the statute of limitation for most personal injury case is 3 years from the date of the injury. This means you must file your lawsuit within 3 years of the accident or injury for it to be considered valid in court. It is important to note that the clock starts ticking as soon as the injury occurs, not when you first notice the injuries or its symptoms. Well, 3 years is the standard. There are exceptions where the statute of limitation may be different. First is minor. If the injured person is a minor, the statute of limitation does not start until them turn 18, giving them until age 21 to file a lawsuit. And second is government entities. If your case involves you suing a city, a state or federal government entity, the statute of limitation is much shorter, usually only 90 days, to file a notice of claim, followed by a year and 90 days for a lawsuit. And third is medical malpractice. In case of medical malpractice, the statutes of limitation is typically 2.5 years from the date of the illegal malpractice. But if the injury was not discovered immediately, you have up to 2.5 years from the date you discovered the injury. And fourth is wrongful death. If a loved one passed away due to someone else's negligence, the statute of limitation for a wrongful death claim is 2 years from the date of death, not the date of the incident. What happens if you miss the statute of limitation? If you miss the statute of limitation, you typically lose your right to file a claim. This means you cannot pursue compensation for medical bills, lost wage, pain and suffering, or other damage. Judge will usually dismiss cases that are filed after a deadline, no matter how strong the evidence is. The clock is unforgiving, so it's vital to act quickly. What to do if you are close to the deadline? If you are getting close to the deadline, here is what you should do. First is contact a personal injury lawyer immediately. The first thing you need to do is get legal help. A skilled personal injury attorney can help you understand your option and take immediate action to protect your rights. And second is gather evidence. The sooner you contact an attorney, the better, as they will need time to gather evidence, speak with witnesses, and access your case. And third is don't wait until the last minute. The sooner you act, the more likely it is that your attorney can prepare a solid case on your behalf. How to avoid missing the deadline? To avoid missing the statute of limitation deadline, first mark your calendar with the date you were injured and set reminder in advance. And second, consult with a lawyer early to discuss your option and timelines. And third is stay protective about your case and make sure all necessary steps are completed before the deadline. Remember, the statute of limitation is a critical factor in any personal injury case. Don't let time run out on your opportunity to seek justice. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more legal tips. Have questions? Drop them in the comment below. We are here to help. Remember, if you have any question about a statute of limitation for personal injury in New York, know the deadline to win your case, and don't miss your personal injury claim deadline in New York. A statute of limitation explained. What happens if you miss the statute of limitation in New York? Personal injury law explained. Personal injury case in New York. How the statute of limitation affect your right. And fifth is a statute of limitation in personal injury law in New York. What you need to know before time runs out. And how long do you have for personal injury claims in New York? A statute of limitation revealed. Time is taking personal injury lawsuit deadline in New York explained. New York personal injury statute of limitation can you still file after a deadline? And ninth is 3 years to act. A statute of limitation for personal injury in New York and why it matters. New York personal injury law suit of limitation explained for maximum compensation. Drop them in the comment below and subscribe to the channel.